You enjoying your time in Atlanta? I know you've been posting some Black Crows and Almond stuff. I mean, the boys down here.
Yeah, I mean, none of them live here anymore.
Right. Yeah, I know.
But
their spirits live on.
Yeah, I mean, Black Crows is definitely especially the first, not the first album, but the second, third, and fourth.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Southern Harmony?
Southern Harmony, Amorica, and I'm a huge fan of the Three Snakes album. I think,
so good.
Yeah, I think that is the album where they actually sound like themselves. That record doesn't sound like anything else. Where the first one's got the Faces and Stones, second one's a little more Stonesy.
Yeah.
And then the third one's got some Allman Brothers flavor, Amorica and all that.
Yep.
With Wiser Time. But that Three Snakes is like, whoa.
Unbelievable.
Yeah,
and it's
really dark.
And so actually the first interview I ever did was with Steve Gorman.
Yeah.
And I know you play with him, and
Yep.
the nicest guy. I mean, I did this about 10 years ago, and I didn't really know what I was doing, but he spoke to me forever and couldn't have been nicer. And as a huge Crows fan, it was great just hearing. He remembers everything. It's unbelievable.
Well, I'll tell you this. A lot of people ask me why I don't play music anymore. Like, how did you quit after 25 years?
Yeah.
And what you recognize is chemistry.
Sure.
So when you're playing with a group of guys, like that second album up until Mark's Out, it's an undeniable chemistry.
Right.
And me having the honor to play with Gorman, I know how incredibly hard it is to find a fantastic drummer.
Sure.
And all drummers, there's a lot of great drummers out there,
Yeah.
but they're different for different bands. Like Chris Slade was always weird in AC/DC to me. To me, Gorman is the groove.
Oh, for sure.
And the feel. So I feel sorry for the brothers in one way, because I know it's almost like that lost girlfriend times 3.
Right.
But then maybe if you ask them, they're like, this is fine too, which is all good. I have no horse in the race, but
Sure.
I know that when you do strike lightning in a bottle, it's fucking insane and really hard to ever do again.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and he always says he's serving the song, which he absolutely does, but he also has hooky drum parts. Like you mentioned Wiser Time. Like there's so many lines that he's come up with that, to me, make the song. It's the backbone of the song, and it is a bummer, but you just got to kind of let the music live on for what it is, right? I
mean, just listen to him on that Jimmy Page record.
Oh yeah.
That's Bonzo.
Truly.
And there's nobody is saying, oh man, they're all going like, holy shit, this guy's a beast. Going, man, he's killing it on that. I mean, wow. So there it is, right there.
Yeah. Also want to say, I'm a big fan of your podcast, longtime listener, and so Live Music Daily, I've been kind of running for like 12 years. It's a labor of love, and I'm really inspired by what you've done. I mean, you've taken your music career and kind of parlayed it into a new comedy. I mean, you've taken your life's passions and really harnessed them, which I'm trying to do myself. I have to work. It pays some bills, but not all the bills, right? So it's a labor of love for me, but I'm in my late 30s now, and I'm really trying to dive in head first a little more on the live music thing. It's been a side quest for many years, and it's just one of those things that I'm trying to go full force now. And you kind of making the pivot to comedy is really inspirational, because sometimes it's daunting when you're so far in a career to like think about changing it. But what kind of inspired you to make that change? And
like I said, one of the things was, you play music for years and you got a group of guys that there's this great chemistry.
Yeah.
But then the group of guys have to go off and play with other people because that's how they make money, touring with giant acts.
Yeah.
And then after a while, you're bringing in dudes, you're reteaching them songs, the feel is different, everything. So, at 25 years, I was like, I had a good run, and I fucking loved it.
Yep.
But I also love comedy just as much.
Sure.
And I just never really knew how to get in on that. As a kid, I loved comedy, 70s SNL.
Sure.
I loved growing up with Richard Pryor and Carlin, and then, you know, getting into the Eddie Murphy and Martin and all the different eras, you know. But I didn't ever see myself doing it because I didn't know how you do it.
Right.
And then when I left music, I was selling motorcycles. I ended up landing in this film. And Earthquake, Michael Collier, and Garrett Morris were also in the film.
Okay.
And I was telling those guys I wanted to do comedy, and they're laughing. They're like, dude, you're 44. But it was a comedy, the film, and I was riffing on the script, and then Earthquake pulled me aside and said, man, I think you could do it. When you go home, hit some open mics. I didn't even know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But I'd spent a lot of time in the early 90s, late 80s at the Comedy Store. So I just went there, signed up for the open mic. And that was December 6, 2009.
Wow.
So, yeah, here we are, 16 and a half years later, 6,500 shows later.
Yeah.
And
good for you, man.
Yeah, 2 specials out.
Love the new special, by the way.
Yeah, thank you so much. Did you see
YouTube.
the Cave one, or did you see the
Cave one? Yeah, yeah.
I just dropped one 2 weeks ago on Don't Tell.
Yep.
It has 6 million views. So
Okay, got to check that one out too.
Yeah, pretty crazy.
So yeah, so would you say Comedy Store is kind of your home base?
100%.
Yeah. What I mean, just a legendary place. I mean,
yeah. I mean, when I started, there was no one there. It was a ghost town.
Right.
There was many rumors going around that it'd probably go out of business. And it's funny, when I watched the documentary that they did on the Comedy Store,
yeah.
I was really disappointed that they skipped over the real dark era of these 20 people that were hanging there every night and giving their all on it. It was like me, Hinchcliffe, Melissa Villasenora, Gerard Carmichael, Ben Giaflalo.
Right.
You know, these comedians that were there every night when no one was there.
Yeah.
And they really just kind of skipped over that. And I was kind of, I mean, I get it. It's a long, I think it's like 4 hours or something. But still, that was a real pivotal point at the Comedy Store because there was no one there. We were able to try comedy without anybody looking at us or judging us. We were a family of dysfunctional weirdos, all totally different. I was 44. These guys are like in their 20s, you know. So it was a magic era of the Comedy Store for sure, and it was brutal. No one would go near it because you got fiercely hazed when you started there. Fiercely.
Really?
Yeah,
wow.
yeah. It was... I appreciate that it was like that because it weeded out the soft.
Sure. Yeah.
You know, I think now in a world of entitlement and social media and stuff, people are like, I should be up there, but they don't want to do any of the fucking grueling,
right.
Bad.
Those
bad
gritty
hard
years
work.
are important. It's almost like a baseball team, you know, like when they're going through the rebuild, you got to live through those years, right, to celebrate the big time.
Well, also to understand what it means to do the work.
Yeah, exactly.
A lot of those people I've named off, we all have, you know, a lot of accolades from bigger comics because they know what we went through.
Sure.
They know because they did it.
Yeah.
So they're like, these guys did the work.
Right,
you
right.
know? So.
And I was actually out there a few weeks ago visiting a friend and was at the store, and it was one of the shows where they were giving out, Bill Burr threw out a Clippers jersey. It was Josh Meyer's show, and I caught it.
Right, wow.
And I know you have
Clippers jersey.
I know, it was hilarious. He's like, any
Give
Clippers?
that away.
He said it's going on eBay, right? I mean, no one raised their hand in there when he asked if they were Clippers fans. He's like, you bandwagoners.
That's great.
But I love your long relationship with Bill, and I mean, it seems like a symbiotic relationship. You guys are cut from the same cloth in a lot of ways, and you were my introduction, or he was my introduction to you. So.
Yeah, man, I've been very blessed to have somebody like that, man, in my life.
Yeah.
And being similar in age, a couple years off, I'm older.
Yep.
But to really, you know, when I met him, he wasn't the mighty Bill Burr.
Sure.
that he is now.
Right.
He was, Bill Burr out doing clubs and some theaters and, still grind. I mean, he grinds every day, but still doing that weekend run in places.
Yep.
And, he slowly got bigger and bigger. And also we got tighter and tighter just because we really, we bond over a lot of stuff, but mostly we bonded over music when we first met.
Yeah.
That's really what we bonded over.
Love it. So I'm a fellow only child, and so I kind of I'm obsessive about my hobbies, and so that, hence all of this, right?
Yeah.
So I love, obviously I've been following the podcast for a long time, and I mean, the guests you've gotten is unbelievable. I mean, I know like with AC/DC, John Mayer. I mean, do you have any more dream guests or anyone out there that you'd...
Yeah, man, Francis Ford Coppola.
Oh, yeah.
Sean Penn.
Yeah.
Matt Dillon. Mark Ryden, an incredible painter.
Sure.
The list goes on and on. There's real deep recluse type of people that I'd like to talk to. And I
kind of shine a light a little bit.
Well, no, they're fucking geniuses, and they've been able to. Fortunately, they started when you didn't have to, be on Instagram all day going, look, I'm taking a shit here. And then I just had a cheeseburger.
Right.
And man, and so I totally respect and understand that they're not going to go on people's podcasts because they've actually are the winners.
Sure. Yeah.
Because they don't need to do that shit.
Right.
They just do the art and then they put it out. They do a couple little things like, go here or there and talk about it, like NPR or something, and then that's it.
Yeah.
That's the dream. But those are real heroes of mine. I mean, especially Coppola.
Yeah.
I think he's one of the greatest filmmakers of all time.
Oh yeah. He shot a movie in Atlanta here, Megalopolis.
Oh man!
And the Plaza Theater in town. It's a cool theater, and they show all sorts of art house stuff. But he did a screening of this movie, The Cotton Club.
Oh yeah!
On his, I want to say 85th birthday, he was there, and he did a Q&A, and he's like, "I'm not leaving until I answer every question." He was there till 2 a.m.
Wow!
I mean, there's no reason he needed to do that. And everyone was eating cake and going up to the stage, and it was like, this is a mind blow. I mean, and kind of what he's done too with that movie. I mean, he spent all his money on this movie. $120 million sold the wine. That's a true artist in my mind, right? Like,
it is. It's. I'm such a giant fan of his, and on one point, I'm like, fuck yeah,
Yeah.
Like, when Metallica did a record with Lou Reed, people are like, what the fuck is this? So it's kind of tough because, when you make Godfather 1 and 2 and Apocalypse Now, it's unheard of the level of art that he had made.
Sure.
And those films are the greatest films right now.
Right.
Still.
Right.
So it's a lot like any great band. Like, say, GNR, they did the Appetite record, and the people, where are you going to go after that?
Right.
It's really tough.
Yeah.
So when you do 3 masterpieces,
sure,
that's really wild, So, also, he's up there in age, so fuck it, what's money mean?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? What are you going to do? I mean, his daughter has crazy money. His son has crazy money.
Yeah.
And he lost his wife. God rest her, soul. So it's like, hey, I'll go to the grave knowing that I followed my dreams. And,
I love it. I mean, that's a true art. I mean, it really feels like a true artist there. I mean, he kind of emphasized that at the screening. He kept saying, I don't care if I make money. I mean, this is what I want to. Yeah, exactly, right?
The old cliche, but you really can't,
I also love that you stylistically, you kind of touch a lot of genres and the folks that you talk to. So, like, Mastodon, Braun. I know you spoke to Brent, the late great Brent Hines, and that's a still, that's a tough one here in town and obviously everywhere else. But we're kind of the same way. I mean, I think musically, sometimes, especially with, a website, you get kind of stylistically in one corner.
Yeah.
We try to cover everything, and I appreciate that you do the same thing. I mean, genre-wise, you're kind of across the board.
Well, I grew up in San Francisco Bay Area, so you got, the hippie era of the 60s, and then you've got the, You've got kind of that. I mean, the music is all over the board. You go from Huey Lewis and Jefferson Starship to Dead Kennedys, to Exodus and Metallica.
Right.
It's all over the board, and I really attribute that to the late, great Bill Graham.
Yeah.
The way he put together these bills at the Fillmore and Dan the Greens and stuff, he really exposed a lot of us to different types of music. I mean, look, he'd have Miles Davis, Zeppelin, and Cheech and Chong on a bill.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff is how I want to live my life. And I always thought there's way more than just one style of music. I don't go see one style of film.
Sure, yeah.
And I don't like one style of food.
Yeah.
So, I just thought it was always normal.
Right.
Like, I'm going to listen to Prince, and then I'm going to listen to, a Cheech and Chong record.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to listen to Metallica.
Love it. Yeah. I'm the same way. I mean, this morning I had a Fugazi going. Yeah. A 2.5-year-old. I'm getting her going early with some of that music. So would you say? I mean, I know you're done with music, but with the Bon Scott thing you do, does that kind of scratch the itch for you? Would you say, or?
Well, we did the last one a few months ago for my 60th. And that's it, pretty much.
Okay.
I've done that over 40 years.
Right.
And, just like comedy, I want to try other things. Now, if somebody approaches me and says, here's, we'll pay for the whole thing and we'll operate the whole thing like a Live Nation or something, then I would look at it again. No problem. But as far as me doing it, I do the whole thing myself.
Yep.
I book the theater, I book the rehearsals, I book the players, I get the catering, I get the chairs, the sound system, the lighting man, the monitor man, the hotels, the flights.
It's a lot of work.
It takes 3 months, and it's hyper-focus on top of that of me getting in shape vocally to do it.
Yeah, those songs aren't easy to sing, man.
No, and I want to fucking kill it.
Yeah.
So it's a big, big chunk of my life each year. So this one was so fucking monumental that I was like, there's no way I want to touch that. Sure. The only reason I wasn't going to do it again, but the last one was kind of weird because the monitor, we didn't have any monitors, and it was, the one before that was epic because it was right before COVID, 2 days of shutdown. And I felt the last one was really fun, the one before this one. But I didn't feel like I was as good as I could be. So I go, fuck it, I'm turning 60. This is a great reason to do it.
Yeah.
We did it. And man, did we do it.
Yeah.
It was unreal.
Yeah, I've seen the list every. I mean, I live here in Atlanta. It's so hard to get to LA, but I've wanted to get to one of those shows so bad. I mean, the footage looks incredible.
People fly in from all over the world.
Yeah,
literally, I'm not making that. People come in from Spain and the UK and Canada and Oklahoma and everywhere.
I love it.
It's fucking wild.
Is there, when you look back? I mean, there's been a lot of them. Is there one that sticks out as like this one is the Holy Grail?
Nothing touches that one, man. We had Gene Simmons play.
Yep.
And then we had Josh Homme, who I consider the greatest artist in the last 25 years, hands down.
The best.
I don't think there's anybody better than that guy. I look at him as, I don't know anybody like that guy. He is magic. And then, Billy Corgan introducing the band and Jerry Cantrell singing backgrounds. And then Chad Smith filling in last minute for Brad Wilk, who got the flu. It's just fucking, I mean, Bill was destroying it, just killing on the drums. If you watch him play Sin City, I think about 10 years ago when he did the first Bon Scott one when I was 50. And then I look at him now, I go, this guy's fucking crushing. Imagine if we were on tour for like 2 weeks. He would just be fire.
Right. It's amazing. He can do that too. That's amazing. What a 60th birthday party there.
I can't even tell you, dude. It took me, I compare it to, people they underestimate the power of adrenaline. and how long it really takes to come down from adrenaline. Body-wise, the next day it's gone. You're like, whew, that was crazy.
Yeah.
But in your mind, and I compare it to the last 5 years of being on this arena tour with Bill, those are such massive highs that it takes a long time to figure yourself out after.
Sure.
And you know, people go, oh, this fucking guy, what a douchebag. But you don't know.
Right.
Until you go do something like Madison Square Garden, Red Rocks, LA Forum,
right.
Oakland Arena. You know, when you do these runs of these monumental buildings, it's fucking nuts.
It seems unnatural, right? And you see why so many artists go down kind of dark paths, because when you're, you know, around 60,000 or however thousand, and you're in a hotel room alone for immediately after, I mean, the human condition is not really poised to figure that out in a normal way sometimes.
Well, I've been on the road 42 years, so it's no problem for me.
Yeah.
And also, as weird as this may sound, I was working so hard for the first, or even right now, but for the first 12 years of my career, that when I started doing that, I was ready.
Right.
I was conditioned, just thousands of spots, you know, bombing or killing or riding hours on a motorcycle to do 10 minutes or whatever it was. I was ready.
Right.
And I couldn't imagine doing that as a comedian who might skyrocket from one clip and not be ready. You know, like, oh man, the clip did 10 million. Here's your tour. You're not ready.
Right, right.
And I was so ready.
Yep.
You know, I played all these rooms numerous times now.
Wow, wow, yeah. I mean, I feel like that's important. Yeah, I mean, so many like you said,
doing the work.
Yeah, those clips go out, and you can tell they'll have a big moment, and they'll kind of fizzle out, and it's just it's too big, too much, too soon.
Well, I always say, remember Vine stars?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. No, you don't, because
Right.
you can't name one of them.
Yep. Yep.
But there was a thing called Vine stars. I used to call them Vine people.
Right. Right.
Because they're not stars.
Yeah.
They haven't done the work, and then they go out, and I feel sorry for them now because, you know, you jump to fame, and then next 2 years, no one cares.
Right.
That's fucking brutal.
Well, see, and I'm trying to navigate it from the live music journalism. I kind of started on the writing piece and concert photography, and now people's attention spans are not going to read live reviews, and so it's tough.
Yeah.
I mean, we've kind of shifted gears a little bit, but it's been good. You know, like last night there was a show in North Atlanta. Chuck Leavell played with Randall Bramlett and the new guitarist for Widespread Panic. So it was like this guy Nick Johnson, who's literally was a bar back here in town, and he was under Colonel Bruce Hampton. I don't know if you're familiar with him, but he was under that guy's orbit and was in his band. So
Chuck Leavell's a god. I spent 4 years on the road with him.
Yeah, I was going to ask. Yeah, he's. I mean, what a guy.
One of the nicest dudes and one of the best players of all time, and look who the fuck he's played with, and he's still
unreal,
a beautiful human.
He really seems. So I reached out to him for an interview, and he directly responded to me too. I was like, the Stones, the Allman. I mean, come on, man. He's.
Yeah. And
that documentary is great too. You know, I don't know if you saw The Tree Man.
No.
Oh, you got to check it out because you know he's a tree farmer in Macon. Yeah, so like. I mean, it's unbelievable. Just the scenery, the visuals of it. So he obviously he's storied in the music world, but he has 1,000 acres outside Macon, and he does tree farming kind of on the side.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and he lives this like country life.
That's the kind of stuff you need to do.
Yeah.
When you get off the road with the Stones.
Yeah.
I mean, that was one of the reasons that I knew I was good with music was when you're out with the last juggernaut.
Yeah.
Which is the Stones.
Right.
Other than that, you know, Metallica does easily the level that the Stones do. But when you're out with someone like that and you see it, you go, this is, I don't really know, I don't see a way where bands can sustain on a level I was on, which was a blue-collar, nice level of touring and selling CDs and merch and making a good, you know, blue-collar living. I don't really see that happening anymore.
Sure.
I interview all kinds of new bands. I love new bands so much. It's not even funny.
Right.
I have them all the time. I got a guy on tomorrow, Sawyer Hill, mind-boggler singer. Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Check him out.
I try to feature so much new music because I know it is way harder than anything, man.
Oh my God.
Anything.
And there's a lot of young bands doing it too.
There are, and hats off to them because there's definitely no money in it. So I love them for that.
Absolutely.
They're doing it because they love music.
There's a band called Improvement Movement that's here in Atlanta.
Wow.
And to me, if you could like buy stock in a band, these guys, they have harmonies like Crosby, Stills and Nash, but they're kind of psychedelic. They all play their instruments really well.
Right.
And I'm just rooting for them, man. There's guys that had individual kind of solo careers, and they've started this band here in Atlanta, and they're doing a West Coast tour. So I would highly recommend checking them out.
Well, after COVID, I was turned on to Geese.
Oh yeah.
I'm talking years ago. After COVID.
Yeah.
They did a concert that was like in their house or their basement or something.
Right.
And I was like, this band's fantastic.
Yeah.
And I was living in New York, and then I moved back to LA, once COVID had a strong arm. But I was watching them in my house on YouTube, and I was like, oh, this band is so fucking great. And I was talking about them all the time on the podcast. And years later, which is 2025, them and MJ Lenderman are fucking through the roof, and it's awesome.
It's amazing too, but it is wild how it happened. I mean, that's the power of social media.
That's also
the
power, the proper power of word of mouth.
Right.
It reminds me a lot of Metallica.
Yeah.
Social media, you could say, yeah, that's how they did it. I don't believe that.
Yeah.
I believe more it was actual passion of the fans.
Sure. Yeah.
When you see those shows, Turnstile. They've been together for 10 something years. They got a shitload of records out, and now look at their audience too.
Right.
They're not necessarily social media fly by night people.
Right.
These are true fans of these groups.
No doubt. Yeah.
And that reminds me more of Metallica than anything,
Yeah, and I saw them live last year. I mean, the hype is real. Cameron Winter's voice. I mean,
yeah.
There's
Wait till you hear the Sawyer Hill guy's voice.
I'll have to check him out.
Sounds like Lanigan.
Okay, nice. Oh man, I love
Super
Mark Lanigan.
low.
Yeah.
It's strange because Eddie Vedder, was the low guy back then that everybody copied.
Yeah.
And now we've got a group of low voices again, and it's weird because singing goes through these phases. The 80s it was like
Right.
And then it got into the and low voices, Morrison style, and so it goes and it comes and goes.
It's almost like the low voice with a little vibrato, kind of akin to Tom York, Radiohead-esque.
It's definitely these early 70s TV and Lou Reed and all of that television type of stuff,
Oh yeah.
And also big Strokes.
Yep.
Big Strokes. I mean, that's Julian. That guy's a fucking killer.
So good. So you just mentioned 3 bands that are playing. There's a festival in Atlanta that we've worked with for years called Shaky Knees.
Oh, I know that.
Yeah. So the Strokes, Turnstile, Geese, they're all playing. I mean, they book incredible, and they've kind of kept it sort of in the indie rock, alternative rock lane for 10 plus years.
Right.
Which is tough to do for a festival because a lot of these festivals, they try to appeal to everybody, and then they're watered down.
Ooh, man.
I
I don't really. I
was going to ask, do you get to many shows or festivals, or is that?
I went to a festival. A good friend of mine is one of the creators of Coachella.
Yep.
And for the first, 15, I don't know how many years I've been doing it now.
Yep.
It was some of the best times in my life.
Sure.
Those bills, I listen to those bands still to this day. You look at all of that. Strokes, Rage Against the Machine, Queens of the Stone Age, Yeahs, Prince, The Cure.
Right.
I mean, these bills were fucking unreal.
Yeah.
But I don't really go a lot anymore unless I have a total treatment because, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
You got to park somewhere and walk and then stand all day. And, and then your band's playing at this time, but the other band you like's playing over here at that time. But I did go to Stagecoach last month.
Nice.
And to see Marcus King.
Yeah, and I know you toured with him.
Yeah, we did 32 dates around America, the rock comedy tour, which was one of the best times of my life, hands down. But I saw Marcus King at 3, and he played till 4. And I parked backstage because my buddy is part of that. And I got in my car and I drove straight to Joshua Tree to see Queens of the Stone Age play the Catacombs tour. And it was one of the greatest days of my life for music. It was just like, this is just perfect.
I believe it. Yeah, you dialed that up right. So Marcus, he was one of my early interviews. So we kind of promoted a show of his outside D.C. at a bar. And seeing what he's done, man, it's unbelievable. He's one of these guys that's like, it's from another planet.
That guy's
his
scary.
Voice,
that guy's scary.
It's unbelievable. He played the Fox here about a month ago.
Opened with working for MCA.
Yeah, I was there. Yeah,
I did the Fox, and it's so iconic to me because, unfortunately, Skinnerd is, like Marcus and I talked about it on the podcast. He's like, oh, like, did you shout out Skinnerd, because it's in this political world, it's even gotten weirder.
Yeah.
Like, that's our band, and it's like, hey, man, this is just a rock band. There's no politics in Leonard Skinnerd.
Right.
But when I walk through that thing, I think it says play it pretty for Atlanta,
exactly.
the
Nailed
neon.
It. Yep.
You walk through, and you walk onto that stage. Look, I got goosebumps right now because the opening of that live record, Working for MCA, is one of the greatest openings. It's up there with the riff raff on If You Want Blood.
Right, yeah.
It just comes on. It's like, we are not here to fuck around.
Yeah.
We are here to play severe rock and roll.
One of the best riffs. And that room, too, we were talking about Colonel Bruce. So, the fact that he died on stage on his 70th birthday.
Nuts. Dude.
That room has something. There's something there.
And Skinnerd saved it.
Yeah, right.
They were going to tear it down. They said, we'll do live record there, and we'll give you all the money, and we got to save it. And they saved it.
Right.
Nuts.
So, wrap things up. We're doing like a segment that's kind of fun, and a lot of times I'm mainly interviewing musicians, right? And so, as fans' perspectives, we like to get fans' perspectives from artists, right? So, it's a segment called First Best Quests.
Yeah.
It's the idea being the first show you've seen, favorite show, or maybe the most memorable or impactful show, and then a quest could be an artist you haven't seen that's still alive. Like Kebby Williams from Tedeschi Trucks Band wanted to go see Miles Davis. There's another guitarist wanted to see Steve Morrison. You can get weird with it.
It's just Zeppelin for me.
Yeah.
We don't even need to go on any longer. It's 100% Zeppelin. I saw Zeppelin or Page Plant in '96.
Okay.
It was mind-boggling. They had that dude on drums that passed away, unfortunately.
Right.
Zeppelin, 77, Dan the Green. Their last 2 shows in America before Robert Plant's son dies and they cancel the tour.
Yeah.
These are 2 shows that live definitely in my dream of Time Machine, that and Woodstock.
Yeah.
That's it. They say, you got a time machine.
Yeah.
Where do you go? I'd like to go back and murder Hitler before he did all this carnage and damage, but if they don't let me go back that far, I go to 69 Woodstock, and then I go to 77 Dan the Green, Led Zeppelin.
That's perfect. That's
it, man. Zeppelin's the only one that I really missed.
Dude, what about first show? Do you have a first show do you remember your first concert?
Oh, yeah, God, yeah. Who doesn't?
Yeah, right.
First concert. Here it is. Well, it's kind of a mixture because all summer I just started going to concerts all of a sudden. My mom took me to see Beatlemania.
Okay.
Which was this weird thing where it was like a Beatles thing where the dudes looked just like them. And they fucking played all different eras.
Okay.
Beatlemania, look it up.
Nice. Changing costumes and
yeah, they did. But then it was 78. This is the big first day on the green for me. It was Cheap Trick, AC/DC, Journey on the Infinity Tour, Blue Oyster Cult, Ted Nugent.
Wow.
Yeah, and then, Kiss on the Dynasty Tour. It's all like in a year I start going to shows like crazy.
You got the bug then, would you say? Or
I had the bug. If I was a little bit older, my mom would have taken me to see Skynyrd or Zeppelin in '77.
Yeah.
You know, but I was just a little too young. But I was going to the clubs like crazy.
Yep.
Seeing live music every weekend. Like I was going to the Stone and the Old Waldorf. In San Francisco, I was going to Mabuhay Gardens. I was going to the Phoenix Theater in Petaluma. I was going to like county fair shows.
Yeah.
So I was going to concerts, but big shows were those that I mentioned. But I was fucking all. I mean, you know, my mom worked every day. My dad wasn't around, and I was out.
Sure.
On the BMX bike.
Yeah.
Going to shows.
So, favorite with Zeppelin in '96, or not?
That's not my favorite show. Impossible to pick the favorite.
I know it's tough. It's tough.
I can't do it. You know?
Mine changes every week.
I mean, it could be Radiohead at the Fillmore on the Benz record.
Oh man.
It could be Bruce on the '99 reunion tour.
Yeah.
It could be Prince on the Purple Rain or the what else? Metallica at the Phoenix Theater rehearsing for the Black Album tour.
Unreal.
I mean, it goes on and on and on. I mean, even recently, I said one of the top 10 shows I ever saw was Queens of the Stone Age just 6 months ago.
Right.
Do the Catacombs at it's like the Kodak Theater, whatever it's called now. I forget what it's called, where they do the Academy Awards.
Okay.
That was one of the most mind-boggling shows I've ever seen.
Yeah, they seem so locked in. They played Shaky Knees a few years ago, and I've seen them a few times.
But this is weird. They strip down all the tunes and reinvent their sound.
Yeah. It's Josh being Josh, man. What an artist, man, and
totally
the coolest guy. Seems
totally
like the coolest guy.
You know, because I look at that and I go like, how the fuck did he even do that? I sat down and talked to him about it. How do you rehearse that? How do you reinvent? It'd be like if I went up there and did all my jokes in Spanish.
Right.
I didn't know Spanish or whatever. I learned it in like 2 months, and then I understood the phrasing and the timing and the different vibe of it. And just you went and saw me and went, he did it all in Spanish. I didn't understand what was going on, but it was killer.
Right.
You know? That's what I compare it to.
Yeah, I mean, I saw, my dad and I went and saw Bob Dylan. It's like you got to know his lyrics. The melodies ain't going to get you there, but as a lyricist, I mean, the show, it was really inspiring. I really was blown away by it.
Yeah, that's an interesting thing. Dylan, because you go like, oh, this is Tangled Up in Blue. I didn't even know.
Right, the melody's completely, and the arrangements are different.
I've seen Dylan a lot, man.
Yeah.
I think you're going more for just to be there and be like, that's fucking Bob Dylan.
Be in the room.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah, that fucking, I mean, talk about a guy with different eras. It is unbelievable.
Yeah.
That whole era with Robbie and everybody, that is unreal.
Totally. Yeah. And it's one of those things you can just keep digging back into the catalog, kind of reinvesting
like
yourself
Dead.
into it.
They're like, I love early 60s, Dylan. And then it's like, oh, no. I love the Christian albums, Infidels, Mick Taylor on guitar, fucking, oh no, I like One More Cup of Coffee, or it's just, it goes on and on.
I mean, all these bands, like 80s Dead, 60s Dead, it's all great. And the keyboards of Brent Midland, all of it.
All different keys,
right.
All different eras.
Yeah,
even Dead & Co. Fucking fantastic.
Unbelievable. Yeah,
I saw Fare Thee Well.
Oh, wow, good for you.
Yeah.
Well, I appreciate it, man. I feel like live music and comedy are kind of some of the last live collective human experiences left that we have.
I think comedy mostly.
Yeah.
Comedy and Broadway plays. I think live music isn't what it was.
Yeah.
And I'm not talking like an old man get off my lawn, but the phones.
Yeah.
I love the phone bags more than anything.
I love it.
So comedy and Broadway are the last things really where you can't have your phone out.
Exactly, yeah.
So you're really engaged, you know?
Yep, yeah.
I'm looking forward to Yonder Bags really taking over concerts because even myself, I go and I watch the show and then I'm, take some videos and some photos and I'm looking at some tweets and stuff.
Yeah.
And then you don't really remember the shows like 20 years ago, I can tell you everything about
Right,
a concert.
right.
I can tell you what they opened up with. I can tell you what they wore,
Yeah.
what guitars they switched, what fight broke out, whatever.
The phone makes you not present. And so
Yeah.
many, it takes you to another place sometimes. And
Yeah, and I'm addicted to it.
Yeah.
I fucking admit it,
Same. Yeah.
What are you going to do?
I went and saw Mac DeMarco, who I love, but there's a lot of younger. I mean, literally phones in the air the whole time.
Yeah.
And I'm just thinking,
You don't see that at Geese.
Yeah,
It's
I noticed
fucking
that too.
amazing.
Yeah.
You also don't see that at Turnstile.
Right.
Watch a Turnstile video or
Yeah.
a concert. There's no phones out.
Right. They're getting into it.
Yeah, man.
Well, Dean, I really appreciate it, man.
Thanks. Watch my special 5836. It's on YouTube, produced by Bill Burr. And my brand new special that's on Don't Tell Comedy, Trippin' in Las Vegas. That's out right now also. And I'm getting ready to shoot another special. That's why I'm here in Atlanta working this new material.
Nice. Yeah, we got the last night tonight. Looking
Yep.
forward to it. So, yeah.
Then I'm off to Chicago, and where else am I going? Fort Collins, Colorado, and Phoenix, DeanDelray.com, all the tour dates.
Awesome, Dean. I appreciate it, man.
Thank you, buddy.
Have a good one.
Yep.
Cheers.